no more greater joy than to introduce to you, as the proudest and only son he has, my dad, your Congressman, John Yarmuth.
Thank you all. Thank you, Louisville. Thank every one of you. I think my job is done. You know, this is my birthday, and I think it's been yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That was pretty pathetic, though, I have to say. Seriously, this is shaping up to be one of my best birthdays ever, I will guarantee you. And it caps two of the very best years of my life because I've had the opportunity to work for and with the community that I love. What do you say we give it another go? Tonight is your victory. You spread the word, you hit the streets, and you got out the vote in unprecedented numbers. This is change that will reverberate throughout the country tonight, and I am so proud that you have gotten behind what we've tried to accomplish for the 3rd District and for Kentucky. This doesn't happen by accident, and it didn't happen because of my looks. We had volunteers working their tails off day in and day out. You never backed down because you believed that through your hard work, you could ensure that Louisville's priorities would be Congress's priorities. And you know what? I think you're right, and I thank you. We're also here tonight because I have a staff, and they're standing here beside me, that absolutely never sleeps, although I expect that'll change tomorrow. But a staff that is so committed with, not just with passion, but compassion, to doing the best for this district. Everybody on my staff, both in Washington and here, has a Kentucky tie. They're either from Louisville or from Kentucky. I think I have a couple who have relatives here. But for every one of them, it's not just a job. It is anything but a job. They are working for their friends, their neighbors, and their relatives, and the people they love and grew up with. And you couldn't have a better group of committed people than I have, and they have made me look good every day for 2 years. You know, what I think we've done, and I hope we've done, with their leadership and their drive and their passion, has to help Louisville solve a wide variety of problems, have taken the steps necessary to help get our government on the side of working families again. And I want to give them all another round of applause because you cannot do this without great staff. And I also want to give a special thank you to the Jefferson County Democratic Party, the Kentucky Democratic Party, Jennifer Moore, our great governor, Steve Beshear. Thank you for being here. Thank them all for working for the principles that we believe in as Democrats, and that is that this is a country that has to work for everybody. Has to work for everybody. So once again, for those of you who have given everything for this campaign and for democratic principles everywhere, I want to thank you and the roughly 200,000 people who voted today for me for sending me back to Congress. You know, we've talked a lot about families over the last 2 years, working families, family values. We talk a lot about families, but I want to talk a little bit about one I haven't talked about too much over the last 2 years, and that's my family. You saw one of them, and I can't tell you how much I respect and love my son, Aaron. I think you know that. He's my roommate in Washington, by the way. He keeps me out of trouble up there. But it's been such an honor for me to have campaigned with him this year and to see him grow and mature, and I think he's got a few political skills of his own, I'm not sure. And then someone who loves to stand in the back of the room and not draw much attention to herself, but someone without whom I could not do this job, I guarantee you. She has been an incredible partner and supporter, and I can't tell you how much I love and respect my wife, Kathy. And of course, the other little lady I walked out here with, without whom I guarantee you this wouldn't be possible. My wonderful mother, Edna Yarmuth. Thank you, sweetie. I think my brother and sister are up here somewhere too. My brother Bill and my sister Fran are here somewhere. Bless them. There they are. They're in the back. Thank you. All right. 2 years ago, we turned the page on the reckless policies of the Bush administration. And today, we're closing the book. So tomorrow we start writing a new book, and the chapters that come next won't be written by multi-billion-dollar corporations behind closed doors. They're going to be written by us. You know, 2 years ago, they called it a wave, and the opinions about that varied. Karl Rove didn't like that very much. A growing majority of American citizens now recognize it as progress. But there's one thing that virtually everyone agrees on when they're talking about the wave, and that's that it started right here in the 3rd District of Kentucky. You notice they don't say it starts with me. I like to say it did, but they don't say it started with me. This really isn't about me, and it's not about Ann Northup. Ann Northup served this community for a decade. She served it diligently and with honor. But it isn't about either of us. This is about you, taking back your government, taking back your country, and ensuring that America fulfills its tremendous promise for our children and grandchildren. And that's what a wave is. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we may be in for another one tonight. And this time the wave's going straight to the White House. But make no mistake, while we have much to celebrate tonight, and I think we're going to have a hell of a lot more to celebrate, today is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning. What we've won today is simply opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to heal, to rebuild. And we've also won responsibility. We've never seen a moment like this one. And we have a responsibility not to repeat the mistakes that we have lamented for the past several years. If we are to take the steps necessary to get our nation back on track, today's political opponents cannot become tomorrow's enemies. We can't at the same time fight for all Americans and fight against Republicans. We can disagree, and believe me, we will. But the moment we forget that we're all in this together is the moment we return to gridlock. Each of us is America, and each of us deserves a shot at the American dream. And when we become so united as the states that we call home, we'll cast aside the petty politics of distraction and deception and return to a governance and a government that works for every one of us. You know, it's great to be here with the governor because we all know the flag that he represents so brilliantly says on it, "United we stand, and divided we fall." We've now seen that the fall that comes with division, we've all seen that fall that comes with the division, and as we rise again together tonight, it matters not just that we stand, but why we stand and what we stand for. We stand together as Americans because our strength, time and time again, has been most bold when we are overcoming the toughest adversity. The stakes for our nation are high, the challenges are great, but we all believe our will to meet those challenges is greater. We stand together for the young man and young woman who volunteered to bravely put on a uniform and risk their lives to keep our families safe. We will give them the resources to succeed, treat them with the honor and dignity that they have earned, and never again send them into harm's way to fight a war of choice. We stand together because it must not be an option, but a given, that a child in America gets the best possible education, the best possible medical care, and the chance to succeed in the greatest country on earth. One child denied any of those rights is too many in the United States of America. We stand together to strengthen and expand the middle class through American innovation that will create jobs that can't be outsourced and reliable sources of energy that will end our dependence on foreign oil and protect our planet. We'll rebuild our economy into one that works for everyone who will work for it and gives each citizen a chance to realize the American dream. Because when our nation works for just some of us, it's broken for all of us. The road we move down from this point on is going to be a rough one. These are turbulent times, But if we cast aside the cynicism and return to the American spirit that has made this land great, we'll see that the prospects for our nation's future are as bright as they ever have been. If we work together for solutions aimed not just at winning the next election, but building up future generations, then we will keep Louisville moving forward, we will restore faith in the future, and we will continue to live in a United States of America that leads the world through freedom and opportunity. Thank you all for everything. God bless you.